So for us cool season guys, fall might be the best time of year for our lawn, and fall is here in full effect. We got leaves on the ground, we got temperatures coming down, and it is really time for us to push that lawn. With Halloween right around the corner, we have one last chance to really dominate the neighborhood. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So the first thing that we need to do before we put any products on the lawn that's granular is give it a nice clean cut. And the reason that we want to do that is so we can bag and we can get all that debris off, we can get all the leaves, get everything nice and clean on there, give the granular products a clear path to get down to the soil where they need to be. As always, make sure your blades are nice and sharp. If you got a second set laying around, this would be a good time to do it. Another thing you might want to think about doing is taking your height of cut down a notch. Since the grass is going to start slowing down in its growth as the temperatures go down, this is a really good time to do that. So now that all of our mowing is done, we have everything bagged up, we have a nice clean slate to put our granular down on. And what I'm using today is Yard Mastery's Flagship. And the reason that I'm using Flagship is because it's 25% slow release, 3% iron, so we're gonna get a good color response. And instead of pushing a lot of top growth, we're gonna have 25% of this be a real slow release. So it's gonna gradually feed that turf over winter all the way to the springtime and give us a nice quick green up coming in the spring. So after we put down all of our granular fertilizer, the key to what we're doing here is liquid iron. And this is what's gonna make that lawn pop. It's gonna give that dark green color that we're all looking for. So this is gonna be put on as a foliar application, meaning that we wanna put it on in a very fine mist so it sits on the blades of the grass and not into the soil of the grass. We want the blades to absorb this, and that's what's gonna give us that color. And in 24 hours, your lawn could look completely different. Now, while we let this liquid iron soak into those blades and really start to darken this soil up, this is where we're gonna start talking about our biostimulants to release any of those nutrients that might be locked up in the soil. There's a few different ways you can do it. You can go granular with humic acid and Anderson 005, or you can go NEXT, you can go a whole number of places. Any of them is fine. Humic acid is humic acid. Just make sure you let that liquid iron soak in and dry up before we wash it off, or we're not gonna get that green pop that we're looking for. So as far as the application for liquid biostimulants, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can use a backpack sprayer just like I used on the liquid iron, but what I like to use on stuff like that is an ortho dial-in spray or a Chapin hose-in sprayer. They're both very cheap. They're around $10 on Amazon, so you can get those anytime. But really you can use any method that you want to use as long as you can verify that you're putting down the product in the correct rates. It doesn't matter what kind of sprayer that you use. And that's all there is to it. We put everything down. We're gonna water it in after we put it in, except for that iron, let it dry. We're gonna water everything in, get it down into the soil, give it 48, 72 hours, and your lawn's gonna look completely different. Darkest green lawn on the block. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks again. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you like these videos. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.